Welcome back to your favorite podcast, Pixbuzz, where we talk about
nerd culture,
tech news,
and everything in between.
with a little bit of a buzz. I am your host, who is Zane. Go ahead and find me on YouTube, Instagram, my webpage, and...
I am Schematis. You can find me at the same YouTube, SoundCloud, Twitter, Instagram, all that cool stuff.
Sounds good, sounds good. Today we are accompanied by a little tequila. It's a Milagro. That's the name of the brand, and it's an añejo. It was actually recommended by one of the viewers. Thank you very much, Eddie. We're going to give it a shot right now. Well, not take a shot. We're going to take a little sip.
Yeah.
Make sure that we're sober enough to do the show.
I think we are.
Cheers.
All right, boss.
Oh,
that's strong.
Nice. Yeah, it's a little strong. I'm not going to lie. If you're not used to sipping tequila on the rocks or neat, probably not the first one to go to, but it's still pretty smooth.
Yeah, it's nice.
Put it on some ice. It definitely tastes really good.
I'm not much of a tequila person, but that feels really good. It's like,
yeah, thank you very much, Eddie.
Cheers.
We're going to dive into it real quick. We're going to talk about the long-awaited PS5.
I've been waiting for this, man.
We all have. What are your thoughts?
All right, so before anything was even announced, we were always debating, like, what is this price point going to be? What's it going to sell at? We were arguing 700, 600, 500, 400. And I think I'm okay with this price tag.
Yeah.
It's two, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
It's two. It's flexible enough for people who want to get the physical media, like you, right? Or people who have Blu-rays, actually. I'm pretty sure it is a Blu-ray player. So I'm thinking of getting the physical media one as well because it's like a Blu-ray, CD player.
I would say so.
So that makes sense because my girlfriend has a bunch of DVDs. She wants to watch it. It'd be nice to just consolidate
the gaming system
with the media center.
100%.
Fine. But if it wasn't for that, I would definitely go for the digital media. I played no physical media on my PlayStation 4.
Wow, not at all?
No. Well, I have
love
no
physical
point.
Copies. Wow,
But what's the point? It just takes up space.
They look good on your shelf. They're just sitting there. It shows your collection.
No one sees my shelf.
Come on.
It just takes up space. If it's...
All right.
Yeah, that's my personal
You're
point.
You're one of those. I'm
my
old
personal
school,
view.
Right? I just like having the disc there. It's like, okay, you can see the whole collection, right? The whole thing.
Yeah, but you're not even going to be able to play it.
I mean, yeah, you can.
On the PS4, not on the PS5.
Oh, yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, that is a problem.
We got to figure that one out, actually.
I don't, because mine are digital, so I can just
Get
download them.
Get out of here.
But the good thing that came out of this, though, is the trailers.
Okay, so the showcase came out. And I didn't catch the whole thing, but there were a couple of games that I caught. I was at work kind of sneak watching it. And I was like, okay, I got to make sure I jump in where I need to jump in.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 16 was mine. What was the game that you saw that was like, I need this? Like
Spider-Man.
100%.
100%.
I'll give you on that one, too. Because I was like, really, you know what? Let's start off on that one. Because I think that the fact that Peter Parker is not the main character is a big... Like, I love Peter Parker. I love Spider-Man, the whole series. But I love that Miles Morales takes the stage here. Yep. I love this.
That is a win on this book.
Not to mention, it looks like New York City.
Yeah, it's really smooth the way that they're able to like capture the feel of it as well. Right now we're in COVID, so of course we're not like as close to people on the streets anymore.
Sadly.
There's a cutscene that they went from Miles's house outside into like some sort of fair or like a little town.
Harlem.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it was like a little
street fair thing.
Yeah, a little. Fair that was happening, and it was nice the transition that was happening. We kind of saw it on The Last of Us when you have this dialogue and you're kind of just walking along for the ride. It was really nice the way that they made it feel like actual New York. You're like bumping into people accidentally.
I love that stuff. Yeah. It feels like New York. I'm like, you know what? You can tell the developers really put that extra care and caution. Like, you got to make this authentic as possible.
Yeah, it was really cool. Go for it.
I was thinking of the combat system. It felt like a nice Arkham Knight-ish kind of feel.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
I don't know if it's going to be like something similar, but I like that the Spider Sense thing really was my signal.
That was really nice.
Right?
That was really nice the way that I think it was an object that was thrown at him and he was able to kind of see the direction of where it was coming.
Slow motion-ish?
Yeah, it was nice. But it's not like enough that you're like waiting there and I'm gonna press a button. It was it was almost like an actual sense, like almost like your reflexes have to be in.
I've been waiting for this for a long time. Yeah. I've been waiting for a Spider-Man game for a long time, and so now it's here. Well, it's coming. That was a big plus. Final Fantasy 16 to me was like 50-50. You know, they're doing. I love the way that they're shifting away from this stereotypical 17-year-old hero who just happens to save the world. It's really a darker theme. You know, you have an older character, and you know he's got to kill like possibly a young kid he was protecting. We don't know fully the details, but it just seems very gritty.
That's one of the ones that I missed, actually.
Which one?
The Final Fantasy trailer. So this is the first time me hearing about it. I did not. So So it's a more adult, I guess, themed story.
100%.
Do you think it's a bit more Westerner story like that, or Western story? That way us Americans could.
I think they are definitely doing more to appeal to the West. Just in the gameplay, like battle system, it seems very actiony, really Devil May Cry-ish almost looking.
Oh, nice.
We're gonna see how if that alienates certain fans who began with them from the early stages until now. But you can tell a lot of people who never heard of Final Fantasy may even just buy it.
Well, does the combat system resemble the one from Final Fantasy VII?
Zero.
Not at all.
Well, the remake for 7,
it
was more action based, and I think that was actually really, really good, really well done. It looks a little bit different than it seems a little bit more Kingdom Hearts-ish almost, or maybe like Dark Souls meets Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, I hope it's not Dark Souls, because
not as hard, right?
If you're gonna parry in a Final Fantasy game, it's probably not a Final Fantasy game.
Sekiro, that means you. But honestly, it feels good. It looks good, but I think it might. I'm curious to see how it plays because it kind of may seem a little bit generic.
Interesting.
I just want to make sure it doesn't just follow the stereotypical attack, and do a whole bunch of combos and then you're done kind of stuff. I don't want this to be like kind of stale, but we'll see.
Maybe that's their entryway into like more American hearts. Maybe they have to go that route. But we'll see. The more information comes
That's a good point because Assassin's Creed is doing something very different.
Valhalla.
Yeah, it looks. And I'm honestly, I'm gonna get some heat for this. I didn't play any Assassin's Creed to that extent, but Valhalla is gonna be my first entry point.
Ezio's gonna be mad at you.
I know. I played like part 1 a little bit, part 2 a little bit, but this Valhalla, I'm gonna buy it and play it seriously just from looking at it.
It actually gives me God of War vibes, which brings me to the next topic, God of War.
The teaser.
Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't play the last one.
Okay.
I know. I will try to finish it sometime soon. I have a lot on my plate.
It's a lot. It's a lot of like I'm not gonna spoil it for you. I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody. I would highly recommend it. Number one. The fact that this is coming out, and this was so funny because I saw Cory Barlog at a GDC, and early was it 2019? It was 2019. And
back in the days.
He didn't want to say anything. I was like, oh, so how's God of War 2 coming? As a joke, I just like nudged him, and he just said, he kind of danced around it. I'm like, I'll see you there. And so when this came out,
NDA.
Yeah, basically, right. But honestly, when you played that, the first one, you knew a part 2 was coming. It set up so perfectly. The way that you can see how Sony is just really good at just driving these narrative games. Yeah. You get so attached to characters, man. And like you can just feel the journey of someone. And you know what? And I know Ragnarok is going to be a hit.
I hope so. Easily. I have time to finish it, so that's going to be good. That's going to be a good one. Yeah. Then the other one that you kind of mentioned briefly is Devil May Cry.
Yeah, so they did do one. The showcase was actually just showing Devil May Cry 5, but a more revamped version.
Correct.
More complete almost. And I think I actually really loved the part 5, and I thought it was almost perfect.
Interesting.
And the fact that they're doing this, I am gonna buy it.
Yeah, even the starting shot, which of course you guys already have seen it, but the remake of it when it's like looking at the footsteps.
Oh, and
it's
the
kind
water
of like,
reflection.
and the water reflection, it's crispy. Amazing.
Yeah,
to be fair though, it is gonna come out for the Xbox Series X or S and PlayStation 5, but it's going to come out for PlayStation 5 first.
Question: did you pre-order your PS5? Like, did you?
Let's not talk about that sour.
Here we go.
My little cousin, was able to do it with his bots.
Oh, of
course. No, I was too busy working, and I just couldn't. He texted the whole. We have a family chat on WhatsApp. He texted the whole family chat. Was like, you guys have to hurry up and order it, and then. By the time that we were actually looking at our phones,
bro, trust me, I hit the refresh button and it said sold out. But you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking this is for a reason. So I never usually buy systems that early on release.
Yeah.
It's a risk.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, maybe there's some bugs I have to get fixed or whatever the case. So I'd never really go and hunt them down. So maybe this is a sign. I'm just gonna wait it out and just see how the first batches go, how the first guinea pigs go. You guys who bought it first, laugh now. But
let us know. Let us know in the comments.
Let me know what happens
when you guys see it. When you see this podcast after it's been released, and you come and you write us. You guys were lame because you didn't pick it up or something, or like you guys were smart enough to not pick it up. Let us know.
Let us know that in the comments below.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. They also had a limited amount of PlayStations that they were going to sell.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens. GameStop, if you want, you could do the in-person reservation. I don't know if you could do it anymore.
Probably not.
There was one in Fordham and Grand Concourse.
Right here.
Right?
Okay.
Fordham and Grand Concourse one. It was sold out by the time my cousin got there. So
of course it was.
But different pages have different reservations. So like GameStop had it, Best Buy had it, Target had it. So
okay, that's not too bad. Man, listen, I think this is gonna be a good year for games in general. I'm waiting for this. Like this is gonna be. I'm not in a rush to get the PS5, but when it hits, I'm going to be monitoring it very carefully because my PS4 library is still extensive. I'm still going through games now, and I'm okay with that. I'll just slowly get there until I'm done.
There's no rush technically for me to get the PS5. It's just nice knowing that you have the more recent console, but no rush necessarily. We're going to talk about this in another podcast. Right now, getting all the pieces to build our new editing station, right?
That's right.
So that's the other thing. These consoles came out to compete with the PCs because the PCs were getting to a point where consoles couldn't catch up.
Could not catch up.
So now the PCs have better hardware. Horizon's coming out.
Ooh.
We have the 3080s, the 3070s, 3090s, which were already sold out.
Gone.
Not the 3090s, but already sold out. 3080s, but
you got the scalpers on eBay right there. There you go. You want to pay $5,000, $10,000?
Yeah, the resale value is around 10,000. But that'll be another conversation for another podcast.
Yes.
But as of now, I'm gonna end this one here, and we will see you guys next time.